G'day, Aussie Health Girl here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make something just a little bit different. Something you may have heard of before, a Mediterranean quinoa salad. Quinoa might be something that you've heard of before. It may even be something that you've purchased, it's in the back of your cupboard and you're not really sure what to do with it. Quinoa comes in three colours, a white grain, a red grain and a black grain. The black grain just takes a little bit longer to cook than the white, but it adds a real textural quality to it. The fantastic thing about the super grain quinoa is that it's gluten-free, so really great for people who have problems digesting gluten and wheat products. The other fantastic thing about quinoa is it's packed with nutrients. It has twice as much fibre as other grains, so fantastic for bowel health. It also contains really high levels of protein, magnesium, B6 and riboflavin, which is B2. Fantastic for energy metabolism. So quinoa, all in all, is something we should all be eating a little bit more of. You shouldn't be scared about cooking quinoa. It is really, really simple. All you need is a cup measurement of any sort. So it's basically double the amount of fluid to the amount of quinoa. So I'm using the tricolour quinoa, which is a mix of the black, red and white grains to give it a nice textural quality. So in goes 1 cup of quinoa and 2 cups of water. It really is that easy. All we need to do is bring it to the boil, let it simmer, and it takes about 12 or 15 minutes to get to the point where it's cooked al dente. Okay, so that's been cooking for about 12 minutes now, simmering away, and it doesn't matter if you have the lid on or off, but what you'll notice is there aren't any moisture beads left in the bottom of the pan, and that's when you know it's ready. Okay, so our quinoa is now ready, and what we'll do is we'll just take it out of the pan. Ooh, it's nice and warm. Take it out of the pan, put it into another bowl just to cool down slightly. And what you'll see is if you take a fork with your quinoa, you'll notice that it's still nice and fluffy. Pretty much like cooking rice actually. You don't want gluggy rice. And that's the difference between the tricolour quinoa and the white one. The white one tends to stay quite soft, but when you mix the different colours, the red and black quinoa together, it gives it that nice nutty, crunchy flavour. And that's what we want to have today. Okay, so we're ready to get started on the next part of this delicious salad. A Mediterranean quinoa salad can have anything in it that you like. There are particular things that I love to put in it because it adds sweetness and flavour and textural quality that makes it really delicious. So today I'm going to be using things like onion and garlic, fennel, which is fantastic for digestive health and gives it a beautiful aromatic flavour. I'm also going to be using some sweet potato, some carrots and some zucchini and a little bit of chilli because I like a little bit of spice in it too. And then we're just going to dress it with some lemon juice. It's that simple. So let's get started. Okay, so we've got our pan, got some olive oil to cook with, and we're going to start with the root vegetables. So I'm going to start with sweet potato and carrots because obviously they're going to take the longest to cook. So it's just a matter of peeling it and chopping it into small pieces. Alright, so in goes a little bit of olive oil to start with. Switch our pan on, beautiful. And in goes the sweet potato. Nice small pieces. Obviously the smaller you chop it, the quicker it's going to cook. And they're nice bite-sized pieces to have as well. So next, onto the carrots. Okay, the sweet potatoes sizzling away, we're going to add the carrots in next. And remember, these are fantastic vegetables that contain a lot of carotenoids. So a lot of beta-carotene, really, really fantastic for your skin and for your eye health. So not only are you going to be eating something delicious and giving your family something that's nutritious, it's so tasty and so good for you. Okay, the sweet potato and carrots are simmering along beautifully. Don't overcook them. We do want these things to be al dente, not mushy. The next thing I'm going to add is fennel. Fennel is a fantastic herb, really great for digestive health. So really good for things like flatulence and constipation. constipation, really good for bad breath. It's a fantastic relaxant for the blood vessels for high blood pressure, really good for that also. So we're going to be adding a little bit of fennel to this, and you're going to get all the nutrient qualities of it as well. I just love the smell of fennel when you're cutting it up. It's so aromatic. And don't throw away all these parts. We can chop those up later too, the little delicate leaves, so we can add them in at the end. They don't need to be overcooked. So in goes the fennel, like that. And we need to get straight onto the onion as well, because they take about the same amount of time to cook. Okay, so in goes the onion, and I've also chopped a clove of garlic in with that as well. Love garlic, fantastic little herb, should be in everything, antibacterial, antiviral, really good for you, same as the onion. And I don't like to put garlic in at the beginning, because when you burn garlic, it loses all its fantastic medicinal properties. So make sure you add it in a little bit further into your cooking time. Right, the next ingredient we're going to add is zucchini. Zucchini adds not only a nice texture to what we're doing, but it's also a fantastic fibre and a great filler to add into anything like this. So again, everything needs to be about the same size. So we'll slice and dice like we have with all the other vegetables. I wish you could smell what was going on in this kitchen. The aromatics of the food we're using are just divine. So in goes the zucchini that we've just chopped up as well. Zucchini doesn't take long to cook, and that's why it goes in towards the end. We've only got a couple of ingredients left to go, and then we add our cooked quinoa and it's ready to serve. Alright, because we're near the end of our cooking time, the last couple of ingredients that are going to go in the pan are some diced shallots, as many or as little as you like. And the other thing I'm going to add is some chopped chilli. I really love chopped chilli because it just does add a little bit of spice to it. Just remember when you're using chilli, don't wipe your face while you're doing it, and remember to take out the seeds, because that's the really hot part, or most of them anyway. Makes it much easier then to dice into nice small pieces. Okay, so in goes our shallots and our chilli. I've cut up 2 long red chilies. They're not the really hot ones, but they add a lovely sweetness as well as a little bit of spice to our dish. I like that. Alright, so time to finish off our beautiful quinoa salad. I've switched off the heat. And what we do now is we add our beautiful cooked quinoa. So we can just fork it in like that. You may not need all of it. So we'll put a little bit in there like that. We're also going to put in a few sprigs from the beautiful fennel plant. As I said before, adds a beautiful aromatic flavour to the dish. So we'll just pick them off like that and throw them in. Easy. What I'm also going to add are some beautiful sliced sun-dried tomatoes. Again, they add a bit of sweetness and a bit of texture to the dish. So in go the sun-dried tomatoes. We're going to add some salt and pepper. Got some lovely Himalayan crystal salt there. Some organic pepper, beautiful. You may need to taste that as you go and add a little bit more or less to your liking. The last thing to go on top is some lemon juice. That's the only thing you're going to need as dressing for this. Remember, lemon is a really great alkalizer as well. So this whole dish is going to be fantastic for the digestive system. Beautiful. So we just mix it all together. Okay, so we've mixed all our ingredients beautifully together. The fantastic thing about this dish is because it's all in one dish, you can go straight from the stovetop to the table and serve it. The only thing I like to put on top of it is a little bit of rocket to serve. Makes it look really good and it tastes fantastic. I hope I've given you some really good ideas on how to use quinoa and not to be afraid of it. It's a fantastic super grain that should be in everybody's diet. Enjoy. Quinoa salad is so simple, so delicious. I think I'm ready for lunch now. And the good thing is there are leftovers for tomorrow's lunchbox as well. If you've enjoyed what I've done here today, then please like this video and subscribe to my channel. If you have any suggestions of what you'd like to see me do next time, then please leave them below. You may have something in the back of your pantry that you just don't quite know what to do with. Until then, cheers and enjoy.